into our office before and tell us what was going on, like what brought you in.
Well, I suffer from rheumatoid arthritis. I don't know if anybody out there has arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. It's a pretty painful thing. It took away my mobility. The worst time I couldn't get from my door of my house to my mailbox without just kind of stumbling along. I couldn't walk. And it was really hurting. And I started to change my food at the time, my nutrition. And I got to the point though where I had strained my back and I did something on my neck. And we happened to be at a health seminar, and I met this young lady who'd been here before. And she happened to see I was hurting because I was sitting there sideways in the chair, like if that hurt your back or neck, you know what that's like, trying to the pressure. And she told me about you guys. And so we came here that day of that seminar and listened and felt moved to stay with people here a little bit and try it, see if it would work. And now, well, let's see, I've got an acre and a half of property that I push mow. My neighbors think I'm crazy. They're all, you got a riding lawnmower. Why are you push mowing your lawn? Because I can.
There you go. Right? Tell me about today.
And today I got up, and while that rain we got, our home is like the 7th home down on the entranceway of our subdivision, and all the other properties are higher than us. So when we get a lot of rain, we get a lot of sand and a lot of topsoil. Everybody that's done work on their property, well, I end up with it in a big rainstorm. So I went to come here this morning. I was supposed to be here a half hour before I got here, but I opened my garage door and I had that much sand in front of my door on my driveway. So I took a shovel and a wheelbarrow. 7 wheelbarrow loads later, I could get got on my driveway.
Today.
Today.
That was today, y'all.
So now I can tell you that the food has been a big thing. Changing my diet, my nutrition, has been huge. But what helped me get to where I am now was the adjustments with Dr. David and Dr. Kimberly. It's been a blessing. The staff here has been so supportive. It's one of these things, and if any of you have ever been somewhere, you go somewhere and just feel that it's right, the Lord guides you. You know that you're being handed a chance again, and you don't know until you've had your mobility taken away from you, and you can barely move. And every morning when you wake up, and you that suffer from this, your wrists hurt, your knuckles hurt, you can't move your thumbs. You walk into the kitchen, grab your cup of coffee, and you barely can hang on to it. Sometimes you drop it. Not anymore. I can tell you, there is life after all this.
Amen.
Now, it's not easy. You got to keep your mind right first. You got to keep a good attitude. You got to believe, keep a good attitude, and you got to make changes. You got to get back to eating from what the Lord's provided for us. The garden of foods that we were naturally given, that's what we're supposed to be eating. Not all this manufactured stuff. And I can tell you, I lost 50 pounds without even trying. That just happened. But now I get up every morning. It takes me about 10 minutes now. It used to take me almost 3 hours. Just wiggle my fingers around, stretch out, to get the mobility back in my hands. Is that? Rheumatoid arthritis. That's what I've got.
Rheumatoid arthritis be gone. That's awesome.
173 days. Any is taking methotrexate, steroids. What's the other? Hydroxychloroquine. Messes your eyes up real bad. I took all those and about 4 others for 5 years. I've been totally off all that medicine for 170 some days now.
Wow. So huge round of applause for this man. He literally just came here the last seminar, and this is him wearing, and he's like, I want to serve. How can I serve? And so he's wearing a tribe shirt, here to serve today because of what has happened in his life. Isn't this amazing?
I didn't know when I got here today. I'll just talk to you. Dr. Kimberly asked me if I would. I want to let you know one last thing why I did. And this is personal. It hurts. There's a pharmacist at Walmart who suffered rheumatoid arthritis just like I do. And we kind of run going through the same time frames, the same sufferings. And she started to get a little bit worse than I was, so they put her on a biologic. I don't know if any of you know what that is. You see these commercials for Humira all the time on TV. Well, she got on that. I hadn't seen her for almost 2 months. My wife was gone home visiting her mom in Tennessee. She came back, and we decided to stop by Walmart for something. We wanted to stop in and say hi to her because I hadn't seen her in a while. And I told Bertie I'd been in there a few times and I hadn't seen her, so she might have changed stores. Well, Bertie said, no, she's got to be here. So she went up and asked the lady behind the counter if we could say hi. And they told us that she'd passed. And I felt so bad that I hadn't had a chance to let her know about my transformation, and all it took was changing my diet and getting some supplements and changing things, and we lost her. So now if someone asks me to share, I share. I have learned that sometimes I got to be a little bit less enthusiastic. I don't know quite how to take it, but it's hard not to be.
We love your enthusiasm. Hey, thank you. God bless you. So good, girl.